Yes, sir, man. Football almost here, man. It's almost here, man. 10 more days, man. Wait, I take that back. 9 more days. Wait, is it 10? 9, 10, I don't know. So either way, just know. It's coming. Slowly but surely. But hey, I was just thinking, it just hit. Cause I be watching people like, other YouTubers and all that, I love college football, I hear other people takes. Like I said, I ain't a big dog yet, like I got less than 1,000 subscribers, I ain't like other dudes, who actually got a, clout and got a voice, but like, I be watching dudes like, specifically like minister sports dudes, that stuff, dude got a lot of clout, he's a head coach, not a head coach, but a wide receiver coach most of the years, was on the Urban Meyer, like coached our players that actually played in the NFL, and we grew up watching and was star players, coached the Michael Thomas, all them dudes, he got clout and everything. So, he what he say is a big, big deal, especially the Ohio State fans, So it's like, but he's like, dude is saying, like, dude, I don't know what, like I say, he coached, at Florida. So his head against Georgia, might, is there. Like, he says some crazy stuff about Georgia, man. It makes me crack me up. No, he still ain't accepted my bet yet. We had a bet. We talked about it. He said he was gonna do it. Him and his dude, the Chris Drew dude, they said he was gonna do it. But they ain't got back to me yet because I keep on missing it. It's just, they overlook me. I guess they scared he has to think about it. Maybe I'm missing again though. But either way, so it's like, what he's saying about Georgia, might go 9-3, 10-2, and all this, and lose a game. But but other people too. It's not just them. A lot of people sleeping on Georgia right now. A lot of people sleeping on some got, like Chris Doran got Kentucky beating Georgia. Roman Harper got Tennessee beating Georgia, and multiple other people. But so I made this video. I'm like, let me know and send it to everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever. If you don't like or subscribe, just comment. Either way, fine with me. Feel me? But just let me know what y'all think, man. Like, non-fanboy. I was just looking right at the schedule and the teams. I was just thinking, like, people down in Georgia, saying, oh, we're going to go 9-3, 10-2. But Ohio State and Alabama, they just going to blow everybody out. They no doubt they go 12-0. They don't see no game they can lose. You feel me? That's what it been. And it's like, you actually look at Ohio State and Bama's schedule and their strengths and weaknesses of the teams. I'm going to start with Bama first, Like, they going to beat Utah State by 70. They going to beat Texas by 30. They going to beat ULM by 70 again. Then they got, I think, Vanderbilt. They got Vanderbilt. So by then, everybody going to have good stats. Will Anderson might have about 8 sacks by then. Jermaine Burton might have like 600 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns. Bryce Young probably going to have like 1,300 passing yards and like 10 touchdowns by then. Everybody going to have good stats. And then following it up, they got Arkansas. And regardless, Alabama might beat them by 17. But one thing I give Sam Pittman credit and Arkansas, they play physical football for 4 quarters. Like at Arkansas, then follow that up, you got what? They play Texas A&M, and they probably gonna beat Texas A&M by 14 points. But Texas A&M is a physical team. They gonna play football for 4 quarters. All this, Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher rant been going on. Like I said, Alabama gonna beat them by 14 points at least. I'm pretty sure. 14, 17 points. Most likely. Cause I don't see Texas A&M beating them this year. It could happen. Like I said, that D-line, they guys nasty. Alabama O-line is banged up or struggling. Either the game could happen. But I don't see them beat Alabama this year. So then you follow that up. Yeah, you got Texas A&M. Then who it is? You got Tennessee. You got at Tennessee. At Tennessee now. And Tennessee, like I said, a lot of people said Tennessee going upset Georgia, or Alabama, one of the two. And if I had to choose, it'd go be Alabama, because they play Georgia at Georgia. That game gonna be rocking. And Tennessee gonna be rocking. And like I said, you coming off Arkansas, Texas A&M, then follow that up with Tennessee, at Tennessee, at Arkansas, Texas A&M home, at Tennessee. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling y'all now. I'm telling y'all. Then I think what it is, what? At Ole Miss, something like that. After the Tennessee game. Then follow that up. You get a bye week. Wait, I think they get Ole Miss home. Either way, they got Ole Miss. Then I think they get a bye week before LSU game. Then they go at LSU, at Death Valley. I'm telling you, LSU gonna be a scary team by that time period. I'm pretty sure Jaden Daniels, he stay healthy, and him and Keyshawn Butte get the connection going, and all them other receivers, and offense players and defense, they defense line nasty. I'm telling y'all, man, like, I don't know. I think they got Ole Miss after LSU. I looked at the schedule, but I forgot because my mind going right now. Cause it just fascinates me how everybody down in Georgia right now. But I love it because when we get to Georgia, you feel me? Like, and other things too. I seen some other things, but I'm still gonna bet them. I seen somebody ESPN predicting Georgia lose to Ohio State in the playoffs. But there's gonna be another video until I see like more hype about it. On Instagram or something. Then I make a video about that. But I already made a video about that. Georgia versus Ohio State. But I'm gonna make it again most likely before the season start. If the hype build up around it and more comments and all that on Instagram and YouTube and either way, Alabama. So Tennessee, Ole Miss, at LSU. Then I mean you can't forget about Auburn. And either Auburn, and the thing about Auburn, what gets me is when people doubt them the most, that's when they be good. Like Tank Bigsby, TJ Finley. TJ Finley got an arm. Dude got a launcher. Dude throw like 1,000 miles of power. And he just don't have no O-line. That's the thing. It's like, Romello English, Kobe Hutz, like, they got receivers. They got defense. So it's like, and although we ain't seen Auburn beat Alabama and Tuscaloosa in forever in a while, I ain't expecting them to lose that game at Alabama. But like I say, that's a whole lot of wear and tear, man. Like, Alabama talking about injuries last year, but like, dude, if they O-line don't get better, Bryce Young not gonna survive the season. And that's like I said, like, he not gonna survive the season. And maybe Saban changed his philosophy about playing living by the stars, die by the stars. And I have Will Anderson in the game when they up 44 points in the fourth quarter. It's still against sex and all that. Maybe they were like, man, like, we can't have like our star receiver, returning kicks versus ULM when we up 40 points. So like they did last year, against Mercer when Jameson Williams was in the game, returning kick returns, two kick return touchdowns. Alabama was winning like 35-7. Dude should not even be in the game. Knowing he was a star wide receiver. Either way, so it's like, y'all saying Alabama's just gonna go 12-0 with these, and just run through the schedule, 12-0, and then beat Georgia in the SEC. Well, a lot of people ain't got Georgia making the SEC championship. Let's say beat Georgia in the SEC championship, go 13-0. And take away your fan bias and you actually look at Alabama. Their weakness is O-line, and Rob was inexperienced. Like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get together. You got Bryce Young, he gonna throw him open. Jermaine Burton, very talented wide receiver. And they got dudes. You know, wide receiver. So like they got like I made a video about them. They got like 6 dudes running 4 threes. You know, you got Bryce Young throwing dimes. They gonna eat. You know, Gibbs gonna eat. You know, defense nasty. But like I said, it's not the fact about they gonna win. It's the fact that bodies gonna be dropping. You know, and that is gonna happen. Like I'm telling you, Arkansas, Texas A&M, LSU, like that's going. I forgot. Then Mississippi State, they got what, Tennessee. Then followed up with Mississippi State. You know, back-to-back games. Tennessee gonna throw the ball 50 times, and Mississippi State gonna throw the ball 60 times. And like they cornerbacks is I ain't gonna say inexperience. You know, Elijah Ricks, but it's like I say, that's a lot of wear and tear, man. Okay, then they go to Ohio State. You know, Ohio State got Notre Dame. You know, it's going to be, you know, they're going to probably beat them, like I said, by 10-11. I made a video about that. But it's going to be like, you know, they're going to be physical game. Then they got, you know, teams they should beat by 50. Then you follow it up with, like I said, in no order. I forgot. But you got, what is it? Wisconsin. Then you got what? Iowa. I mean, those teams, they're going to beat. But it's like those some physical teams. Like Iowa got, you know, they offense can't pass the 50-yard line. If you put them at the 30-yard line, they can't gain 20 yards of offense. But they're going to hit you hard, you know, which is eventually Ohio State going to pull away and win by 30 points or 20 points. But, you know, it's going to be like a 4 quarters game. Like, it's going to be like 17-3. Then Ohio State jump from 17 and end with like 42 to 6, you know, in the fourth quarter or something when the game end. But Wisconsin, Iowa, Northwestern, you know, Michigan State could be better this year. And at Michigan State, at Penn State, and I made a video about Penn State, it's like Ohio State got 6 scholarship cornerbacks on the team. 6 scholarship cornerbacks. Team gonna throw the ball against Ohio State. Like, they gonna try to run it. They gonna test them linebackers. But you best believe if I'm a team and I see they got 6 scholarship cornerbacks and all it takes is one to get injured, then it's panic mode. Then it's like, oh, man, what we gonna do? Especially Denzel Burke or Cam Brown. One of them get hurt. Then it's like, we got to put Jordan Hancock, you know, Jalen Johnson, very talented dudes on the field. And it's like, but what we gonna do? We gonna test them. You know, and those dudes ain't ready. Then they look out. You know, and you like I say, and it's not, you know, talent like Wisconsin, Iowa, Northwestern. They not passing teams. I'm not, you know, like I said, I expect Ohio State to beat them. But it's the principles of it, like injuries. Like Ohio State thin at depth. You know, wide receiver outside of JSN, he gonna get double teamed a lot. You know, Marvin Harrison, a very talented dude. Jonathan Finley, you know, he number one receiver in class. And Miko, number one receiver in class. But those dudes have 414 yards, 4 touchdowns combined. You know, so Trayvon Henderson, you know, he do legit. So, you know, he's gonna help out a lot this year. Stroud gonna have to run more. Simple as that. Stroud gonna have to run more. You know, but either way, like I said, Wisconsin, Iowa, Northwestern, you know, Michigan State, Penn State, Maryland, about that cornerbacks. If they have injuries, Maryland, they got, if Talia had a season, he stay healthy, and Maryland can live up to their potential, which is probably 9-3, 8-4, 9-3, then win the bowl game. You know, so I'm gonna go with 8-4, and then they finish the year 9-4, winning the bowl game against some team, probably like Syracuse or something, you know, in a bowl game or whatever. But either way, Maryland live with the hype. Ohio State, if they lose Notre Dame or Penn State, then they slip up and be banged up going to the Maryland game. And it just so happened Maryland have their best game, and Ohio State have a Georgia versus South Carolina 2019 game where everything is going opposite of what Ohio State wanted to do. Like the fumbling on kick return, a block punt, you know, interception, pick six, you know, because a player fall down, a missed field goal. You know, like I said, everything going towards Maryland. And Maryland just, Talia having his best day. He throw for like 370 yards. You know, 3-4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Now, Maryland upsets Ohio State. And like I said, they lose game to Notre Dame or Penn State. Then they not in the playoffs. And they probably will beat Michigan, you know. They probably will beat Michigan because they go 9-3. And it's gonna be a little bad for Ryan Day. Like Ryan Day, the Ohio State fans gonna turn. They gonna turn on him if they don't make the playoffs. But if they lose the Michigan again, not only lose Michigan again, but no 9-3. Lord mercy. Like Ryan Day might just gonna get it done by NFL, man. So I'm just saying. So y'all just Ohio State 12-0, Alabama 12-0. But then Georgia, they gonna go 9-3, 10-2. You know, they lost everybody. You know, but somehow they lost everybody. But Alabama returning 12 starters. Ohio State returning 12 starters. Georgia returning 11 starters. If you don't believe me, go college football on Fox. And they got a list. You know, 6 on offense, 6 on defense or whatever. You know, they got a list. And Ohio State turning 12 starters. Alabama turning 12 starters. Georgia turning 11 starters. But somehow y'all make this claim and just look at NFL draft and act like Georgia lost everyone, like whole team. Come on, man, be for real. Man, all I spit is facts, man. Y'all can listen to these dudes with 10,000 subscribers or more. But come on, man, all I do is spit facts, man. And y'all can listen to the ESPN dudes and sports analysis dudes talk about this. And the only reason Ohio State getting out of sight because Stroud the favorite to win Heisman, man. You know, and like I said, people get tired of seeing the SEC team win national championship. They want to see Ohio State win. That's all it is. Anyway, on to Georgia. We got Oregon. First game. You know, I don't expect, you know what I said, I don't expect Georgia to win that game. You know, maybe if Mario Cristobal would have stayed, you know, and built the team, and he, like I say, he's scary. And then, you know, then maybe like, oh man, like Georgia got to look out. But to say Dan Lannon, you know, he gonna know a lot. He gonna know a lot about our defense. Like, he gonna test players, and like Kamara Lassiter, he gonna most likely start. Dan Jackson gonna be, you know, maybe a risk. So he gonna test players, inside linebacker. You know, he gonna have boldness attack. You know, the unknowns of Georgia. But I don't see Oregon winning that game. Anyway, then you follow it up. We got a cupcake, you know. We got Kent State. No, I think. Either we gonna build them out. Oh, we got Kent State. I don't even know. Either way, you know, third game I know we got South Carolina. You know, then follow it up. All our games, you know, Florida and all, you got you know the regular Florida, but it's not that. What scares me, I ain't gonna say I ain't Georgia fan, I'm scared. You know, because it's no, like I know when Georgia played football, Georgia playing football. It's like it's not Mark Richt days. That's what people keep on looking at. They're looking at Mark Richt days, and when Georgia going 9-3, you know, 10-2 again, and the games they lose, it be like by 30 points or something. It's not those days, man. And that's why they comparing Kirby to. They think, oh, Georgia's just gonna go back to the old days after losing all these players. Dude, like in a game, in a stretch that, you know, I'm looking at, you got Tennessee. They come to Georgia though. You know, I don't see Tennessee winning that game. You know, then you got at Mississippi State. That's the team that scares me the most out of everybody. If I had to choose a team that scared me, at Mississippi State, because we coming off the Tennessee game of that up-paced tempo offense. You know. Then you gotta go at Mississippi State and defend them passing the ball 65 times a game. And Mississippi State always have a good defensive line. You know, that's one thing about it. And they gonna, like I say, and they gonna force Stetson to beat them like everybody else. But you know, it's gonna be hard to run. I ain't gonna say, well, this O-line, I don't know. Like I said, Mississippi State gonna be the only game that really scares me as a Georgia fan. Cause late in the year, we don't know how the injuries gonna be piling up. Then you gotta go from Tennessee game, then at Mississippi State, and then you gotta go at Mississippi State, then The game before is at Kentucky. You know, hey, Mississippi State scares me, whatever, but I feel like Georgia gonna win that game. You know, even if it be 51-28 or something. You know, Georgia gonna win that game. You know, but Kentucky, at Kentucky, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold, man. It's gonna be like 31 degrees, you know, at Kentucky. I expect Georgia to win that game, even if it be like, you know, the game gonna probably be like 27-20, you know. With Kentucky scoring a late touchdown and Mexico a little better. You know, then Georgia get the ball near it and whatever, game over with. You know, it's gonna be cold, you know. So Georgia gonna try to get up out of it as fast as they can for Georgia Tech game. You know, this is how it is, because it be cold like that way we did Missouri 2020. The game was cold, like 35 degrees of rain, and Georgia should try to get up out of there. You know, that's how it's gonna be versus Kentucky. You know, Georgia's gonna win the game by 28-20, but it's gonna be like a lopsided 28-20 or something. It's like old Kentucky, Georgia straight versus Kentucky. But Kentucky scored like the last minute touchdown, like 10 seconds left again, like they did last year. You know, they get 13 or whatever. You know, that's how it's gonna be. Then of course Georgia Tech. You know, Georgia Tech, we're gonna beat them by 50 points. You know, everybody get to play. You know, starters gonna be out in before halftime. Then we got probably Alabama SEC championship game, or maybe Texas A&M. Could be LSU, and like I say, could be Auburn again. You know, like I said, we doubt Auburn the most. That when it somehow, you know, be like we not dead yet, and they come up and have that one good year every 7 years, and you know, you're like, dog, where they come from? Well, that's how I be. You know, either way. So it's like I don't get, like people just think Ohio State and Alabama is gonna go 12-0, but Georgia don't go 12-0. Oh, Georgia go 9-3, they gonna go 10-2. Like, come on, man. How can you just look at the schedules and look at teams and the roster? It's like, how can you just say that, man? So if I had to choose who would lose the game first, I would say in this order, it would be Alabama, then Ohio State, of course, then Georgia. And that's not even me being a Georgia fan. I'm just saying, like I said, you look at, Alabama, like I said, they going in Arkansas, they in Texas and them. Man, but it's the fact, man. Like Ohio State got, you know, Notre Dame. Like I said, I don't know. Notre Dame, I don't see them beating Ohio State, but it's gonna be a probably close game. Then, you know, like I said, I don't see them losing to Iowa or Wisconsin. They just don't have enough deep offense, you know, to win that game in Northwestern. But at Penn State, you know, that's like game 8 or something. You know, they probably gonna lose that game. You know, and at Alabama, you know, I don't see them losing to Arkansas, Texas, and them. So I would have to say, you know, because I think they played at LSU like week 9. I think they got LSU. Then they got, you know, other team. I don't know. Like I said, I don't play like this. Alabama and Ohio State will lose a game before Georgia. I said it, and you call me a losing Georgia fan, whatever. But, you know, a fanboy, whatever. I'm telling you, Ohio State and Alabama will lose a game before Georgia. It will most likely miss the playoffs before Georgia. And yeah, I said it. I'm out. Cry about it.